Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got something very excited. As you can see in the background, the FNAF 2 trailer. So we're going to be going through this, talking about it, and looking at some stuff. So let's get right into it. Starting off with the trailer, we get a lot of FNAF VHS vibes. It looks like they are exploring the FNAF 2 location, it looks like. Yeah, we got the toys and everything. And while we're on the topic with the animatronics, I just want to say they absolutely killed the animatronics. They look so fucking good. Alright, but what I was saying basically is, this kind of gives me FNAF VHS vibes and a little bit of Fazbear's Fright, like the book series vibes, just a tiny bit. I really like the book series, even if it can get a little bit odd, if you know what I mean. Anyways, let's clear our mind and forget about that, and let's just look at the trailer. Judging by this looks like it takes place a couple of years after the events of the first film. And I think we're going to have a couple of flashback scenes sprinkled in there. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a couple of minutes. But one thing that I do want to explore before we get into all this is this weird little device that has Toy Freddy's face on it. You're about to see this in a couple of seconds. I think it's very interesting, and it actually speaks to people. You can see little text coming out of the thing at the bottom. I think that's very interesting. It kind of looks like the spirits are probably communicating to Abby through the device. That would be a pretty cool plot thing. And I'm excited to see where that part goes. I want to see how they go about getting the MCI children to possess either, I think the Wizards probably. I don't know if the toys would be haunted in this film, but the last movie they changed up a couple of things from the lore, and yeah. Another thing I want to analyze is this text on the screen. It says evil has left the building. I wouldn't really count the animatronics as evil. I mean, possibly, but I would more think that William Afton is evil, so maybe he leaves the building as well? I don't know how that would work. I don't see William actually leaving the building. I mean, possibly. I feel like they could make it work, but I don't know. There is a couple of silly scenes in this, but I don't really care. This is supposed to be a stupid, fun movie. I'm not going in there expecting a Spielberg film. I just want to go have fun and watch the FNAF movie, so whatever. I think this looks pretty promising so far, and I think it looks great. I'm very excited for this, a lot more excited than I was for the first movie. This looks actually amazing. Now we're gonna get into the juicy stuff. I really like some of the things they're doing right here. Bonnie, or Withered Bonnie, crawling through a vent. They're using some of the mechanics from FNAF 2. I really like that. I wish they would have done some more of that in the first movie, emphasizing some of the game mechanics, but it's pretty cool. Another one they're doing is the mask. That is a pretty cool mechanic that they're emphasizing in this film, and I'm so excited to see how it's gonna work. It kind of looks like it just works like it does in the game. It hides you from the animatronics, and I'm absolutely down for that. That sounds sick. Next thing I saw is Mangle on top of a moving vehicle. That's something that I don't think you'd usually see in the games, but I'm really happy that we get to see this. It's pretty cool how they get to do different things in an actual movie. This is what I'm talking about when I wanted a FNAF movie. I wasn't talking about something silly. I wasn't talking about something super serious, but something cool. And this is perfect. They really spiked my interest with this scene alone. I think this looks awesome. The next thing I noticed in the trailer is Spring Bonnie is actually missing his withering on his suit in one of these scenes. I think this could be a flashback scene or a hallucination. Could go either way. I think it could either be a hallucination. Something about the blue eyes kind of reminds me of something like Into the Pit Spring Bonnie, where he's making the main character of the story hallucinate things. I don't know if they just chose that color because it looked good or they're referencing that story. I think if they're referencing that story, it would be pretty dope. Next up, we have Toy Bonnie grabbing an ice pick. This looks like an ice pick. It might not be, but I think it looks like an ice pick. I mean, I'm really hoping they amp up the kills in this movie. I mean, you can't have an ice pick and not have a cool kill. I mean, I know it's a PG-13 movie, but come on. Give us something. They didn't want the animatronics in the first movie doing anything too violent because they're innocent, because they're children, I guess you can say. And Scott didn't want that, but these are the toys. If they're not possessed by children, they're running off of rogue, like AI systems, then you can give us way more cooler kills and make them a little bit more aggressive. I think that would work perfectly fine. I always saw all of the animatronics being more aggressive and not too friendly, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Alright, I saved the best for last. Drum roll please, because this is awesome. We got our first look at the puppet in the movie form. They were teased at the last part of the first movie, and now we are finally seeing them in the second movie. Her design looks fucking amazing. I think they killed it. The puppet used to freak me out when I was younger, so seeing it in movie form is going to be pretty awesome and scary at the same time on the big screen, so I'm excited for that. Alright guys, this is all I have for you guys today. FNAF 2 looks pretty damn good. I'm excited and I'm ready to see this thing. Only a couple more months until we can officially go into theaters and watch this thing. So yeah, let's go. I'm ready right now. If you want to release it early, Scott, I'm ready. But that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.